Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another Wednesday video. I'm Marg from Creative Stamping with Marg. Today we are going to make a kind of a fun fold card that I've done a long time ago in a meeting, and I thought I'd recreate it today using one of the papers that is on the Designer Series paper sale with Stampin' Up! This month. First, we'll go down to my desk and I've got a few things to show you. Okay. There's my desktop, and on here I have my August card kit, the Latte Love card kit. If you were to order this kit from me, either porch pickup or it can be mailed anywhere in Canada for an extra $5. The card kit is $15. You would get all the makings for these 4 cards and the envelopes. So all the die cutting would be done for you. The ribbon, the embellishments would be included. The only thing I can't do for you is the stamping. So I used the Latte Love stamp set, and I also used the Coffee with Friends, some of the stamps out of that. So if you don't have those, you could use any other stamp set you have. These banners will all be die cut for you. So just as long as your stamping fits in any of those, that would be perfect. Okay. So I'll get that off the desk. The other item I wanted to bring up is the new paper pumpkin kit called Autumn Abundance. This is the September kit, and you can subscribe to this anytime now until September the 10th, and it will be shipped right to you. If you need any details on paper pumpkin, please let me know. Okay. The other thing, Stampin' Up!, as I mentioned, has a Designer Series paper sale on right now for the month of August. It runs right till August 31st on select Designer Series paper in the annual catalog. So there's 14 papers. I have them listed there. I did notice this morning that Country Woods is back ordered till August 26th. So if you're willing to wait that long. And I think there was another one that was it Winter Meadow, I think, was also back ordered. So the papers are only until supplies last in the month of August. These papers will be coming back to us, but just if you wanted them on this sale. So you need to check that out and see if there's papers that you would like out of the 14. Some are 6x6, some are 12x12. The mini catalog will be going live in beginning of September. So I'll be able to show you the inside of the catalog after that. If you're needing a catalog and you don't have a Canadian demonstrator, I would love to send you one. You just need to contact me. All right. I think that's all the housekeeping that I had. Just move all these things out of the way. I'm going to show you the card that inspired me. We made this card a long time ago at a meeting with my upline, and it opens like this. So there's the place to write, but it's like a gatefold with a flap on the front, and there it is standing. It looks very elaborate. It's not hard. You do need one full piece of cardstock to make this card because there is a lot of pieces for it, but it's not hard to put together. I'm going to leave that there so you can see it on the corner of my desk. Today I have chosen to use Thoughtful Journey paper, which is the 6x6 paper with all the scenery on it. I do have it on my desk here. I'm sure you've seen it a million times, but it's the one with the thistles, and this is the piece I'm using today. But beautiful paper, and it has lovely paper on the back. Really, really pretty. So that's the paper I've chosen to use today. And I am using a new in color Petunia Pop. So first off, we'll start with our card stock pieces. You need a card base that is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. That will be the back that everything gets glued to. You also need a 4 1/4 by 11 piece. So from your piece of 8 1/2 by 11 cardstock, it looks like this. And then you're also going to need another piece that is 4 1/4 by 4. So you're just left with a little strip of your full sheet. All right, so this is the card back. This will be used on the front. this is the part that does the folding. So this all has to be, you have to score this piece. So put it into your trimmer this way with the 11-inch side at the top. It's 4 1/4 this way. You're scoring at 2, 3 3/4, 7 1/4, and 9. Okay, so 2, 3 3/4, 7 3/4, and 9. And it's folded in this way. So you take those two center ones and fold them in this way. So I'm going to do some burnishing to make sure these are nice and crisp so that it will lay down when you get all your paper onto it. So I'm going to burnish that one, and I'm going to burnish this one, and I'm looking at the top and the bottom to make sure that I'm straight. Okay, and then now that you've got those burnished, you're going to turn both of these ones back, and don't be alarmed that they overlap here. That's what they're supposed to do. So I'm going to also burnish these like this. And this one gets turned back. There we go. All right. So it looks like this. Like I say, it sort of looks like a gatefold card and then opens like this. Now this piece, when it's folded up like this back piece here measures 3 1/2. So I took my back piece that this is going to be glued onto. This is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So it means you have 1 inch on each side, but I want to make sure this piece gets glued on centered properly so that I have 1 inch on this side and 1 inch on this side. So I don't know if you can see, I took a pencil and I marked off 1 inch here from the edge, 1 inch here, 1 inch here, 1 inch here, because I want to make sure that I lay this on there straight when I glue it on. I'm not going to do that just yet though. All right, we also need a contrasting piece of cardstock that is 3 3/4 by 4, and it's going to layer on top of this piece on the front to give a border. This one has a white underneath, and this is the paper I chose. So here's your DS piece. This is 3 5/8 by 3 7/8, and it just lays this way. And as you can see, I chose specifically out of my paper what I wanted for the scene. You also need a piece, 2 pieces that are 3/4 of an inch by 4, and I've got the 3/4 inch pieces cut. I haven't cut them by 4 yet because I want to see what color I want beside here. I haven't decided yet, so we're just going to leave those like that. And I have a 1/2 inch by 4 inch for the inside. I also have this piece that is 1 3/4 by 4. So there's a lot of pieces here. A white piece of cardstock to go in the inside, 3 1/4 by 4, and it will sit right in the inside here like that. And I thought I might put this piece right here, just down the side to coordinate the inside, and that's where you're going to write. I think maybe I'll put that together now. Get my silicone mat here, and then we'll start piecing this all together. Okay, so I'll glue this inside piece. Thinking there's some marks on this, but I'm not 100% sure. It looks like there is, so just get my eraser here and make sure that that's not, oh, it is pencil marks on there. Good thing I noticed that. All right, I'm going to be using my liquid Tombow glue, and I think I might put it on this side only because there's going to be a piece of designer series paper there. Now you could use the other side of this too, is quite pretty. This paper is gorgeous. I'm actually surprised this paper hasn't sold out because it is one of the ones that's on the paper sale. Okay, if I straighten this on here and use my grid paper, I like to do that so that I can make sure that I'm getting it on here straight. Just like that. Okay, that's our inside piece done. We can glue that right into the inside of our card. I'm not stamping anything on the inside today. I'm making this an anniversary card because I am short on those, and I have a few anniversaries that I send to people that I send anniversary cards to, so I am going to be making this for someone. All right, now, like I said, this goes on to here, but I think what I will do first is I will glue my 2 designer series paper pieces here so that they get glued on before I glue this on top. I'm just trying to decide if I wanted the green. I think the paper went this way, the green at the top. This is going to be the front piece, and I don't know if I like that or I like that better. I almost like it turned this way. That's a big decision, isn't it? I've got 2 pieces, one on either side. I think I'll use the green. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue them, but I need to cut them at the right length. And I took my paper trimmer onto the other table. Maybe I'll bring it back so that I can do these, because they need to be 4 inches long. So I will cut them off. I think I'm going to use them just like that, with that interesting kind of green at the top. There's one. And oops. There's the second one there. All right. Get that out of the way. There we go. So I am going to glue these on here, and I'm centering them. They're just like this. I'm going to center them on there. That one didn't cut very well, so just trim that one off a bit. Okay, put the glue on here. We can get this glued together. And I did think I would put some ribbon on this card. So I brought in, did I tell you this card base is Petunia Pop? I think I did, a new in color. And I haven't really used it very much, so I thought today I would use it. So on either side of this, I am putting these pieces, centering them like that. Okay, there we go. Now I could glue this in and attach my other pieces, but I think what I'll do is I will attach the one piece I have for here. So this piece is 1 3/4 by 4, and this all came from the front piece, and this piece came from the same piece of designer series paper. The back came from a different piece because I wanted the blues and the pinks, and this had a lot of other shades on there, and I didn't really want that, so that's what I chose. So it's going to look like that, and then we can put this together. Now the secret with this one is this cardstock layer is 3 3/4 by 4, so you got to make sure you've got it going the right way. So you need the narrower piece to be the width and the 4-inch to be the height. So I need the piece like this, and I need the piece like this. Therefore, I need the piece like this. So we'll start by gluing this one onto here. This cardstock layer that I have behind there is Mossy Meadow, because I thought it really brought out the trees. And I'm going to put this on here, and then I'm going to attach some ribbon before I put it onto the Petunia Pop piece. Okay. And I am using Sweetly Scripted for the happy anniversary, and it just fits. Now I pulled out an old die to cut the words. Comes from Nature's Harvest, I think it's called, but you could just cut this on your trimmer and just cut your ends off, and I was planning on putting it right about there, so it just fits on here. And I want to bring in my Petunia Pop ribbon, and I put my ribbon on the back with a little bit of Scotch tape, So I'll show you how I do that. So I'm just going to put the ribbon down the side here where there's no trees. So I'm going to just turn it over, and I just put a piece of Scotch tape on the end of my ribbon and flip it over here. And the nice thing about this is you can move it if you need to, if I don't have it in quite the right spot. That looks good. I brought my ribbon scissors in to trim this off. Another piece of tape here, like that, and flip it over to the other side, making sure they're even. And like I said, if you need to move it, you can. All right. So then I think I will put this onto here like that. And I'm going to put this maybe here and put it up on dimensionals. And I'm thinking that I might tie another piece of ribbon through here. So we'll see how that looks. Let's get this glued on first. So glue all along the back here. That. And this has a nice border around it to show off that pretty petunia pop. Okay, like that. I will pop this up onto dimensionals. And it just is the right width. I am going to put 4 dimensionals on it because I don't want it to sag. So we'll do it like this. And take those backings off. And I hadn't thought about any embellishments, any bling on this yet, but I do have the in colors, so I think those will work. Just trying to see if I want to tie a little bow there. Then I want this to sit. Sorry, it's not straight. Never push your dimensionals down till you get it straight on your, whoops, on your card. That looks good. Okay, now I'm going to just take my ribbon. It's still connected to the spool. I don't take it off. Slide it under there, and I thought I would just tie a knot with this. Now I don't need much ribbon, and let's see which way it's going to go for me. I don't like the way it's twisting, so did I put that over top? Let's go this way. Put it underneath. See if that works better. To make the bow a little more interesting. And you can adjust this any way you want. And you can tighten it up really tight if you like that. Okay, I'll trim off my ends here. This way, I guess. Okay, there we go. Now again, I can adjust this any way I want it. All right, there we go. Then this is going to be glued just onto this front panel. So, and it fits perfectly. And it closes like that, so it fits just across all of that. So the only place you need glue is on here. And hopefully I won't goof this up. It goes edge to edge here, just like this. So, and straight, top and bottom, like that. Okay, then your card will close like this. And then this gets glued right onto here. And you can see I've got my lines, which I can erase, but I really liked being able to see that. And I'm actually thinking now that I see this, that I will just put the glue between these two. It fits top to bottom, side to side where I have my lines, or I have my markings. I will just do that. Goes on here straight. Because I can't really see it now that I've got this. It makes it a little more difficult, but I'm going to line it up on the bottom. And I'm just, sorry if my head's in the way here. Line it up on the top. Okay, looks good. Press it down, and I'm not happy with this bow, but I can adjust that after. And there it is. So it didn't take too much time to get that put together. Hopefully you were able to follow all of that. It's more prep work, I think, than anything. And I said I would bring in my dots, some embellishments here. So I have the In Color Shimmer Gems. So we have those in Petunia Pop. And those are the In Colors there. And those are the Shimmer Gems. And then these ones are the resin dots. So they're not as shimmery. So let's just see. Do I like them better? Kind of think I like the shimmer dots on this one. Okay, let's go ahead and use those. So those are the 2024-2026 In Color Shimmer Dots. We will take, they come in two sizes, so I'm going to take this one here. I think I'll put it right there. They're not too bulky, so they should be all right for mailing. And I think one there and one more, maybe over here amongst those trees. There we go. All right, so there's our card. And it opens like that, leaving you lots of room to write. The back is just plain like that, and it stands like that. So I really like that card. And my inspiration was this one that we made at a meeting. I did want to show you something else that's on my desk. Same layout. I'm going to be using basic beige. And I got this idea because in one of the paper pumpkin kits, it was from April, Delicate Wings, was the one with the butterflies. They had this piece already made, and it goes on top of a piece of gold that was in the kit. And I thought, it's just perfect for the front of this card. So I did do a little trimming, but I thought, isn't this perfect? So I thought, with just some extra cardstock, I am going to go ahead and make this one up. And this one is going to look like this. So it's going to be very kind of monochromatic with the basic beige, because you can see this is the basic beige that was in that kit, and it's going to look like this and be put onto this one. And in the kit, they gave you these triangles of basic beige with the gold splatter on it. I trimmed them down to get my 1/4 inch pieces here that I'm going to put on the sides. And I haven't decided yet what I'm going to put here, but there was this card base, and I thought, well, maybe I could put that piece there and use some Pretty Peacock or not Tranquil Tide ribbon, Lost Lagoon ribbon. I have some retired Lost Lagoon ribbon, and I thought I could use that. So that's my idea for this one. So that would be a totally different look, but that's sort of what it would look like closed. Excuse me. So there's some ideas. When I get this one, I'll get this one made and I'll take a picture of it and add it to the video. All right. Thanks for joining me today. Hope everybody liked that. If you did, I really appreciate your thumbs up. And think about subscribing to my channel so you don't miss any of my videos. I try to come on every Wednesday if I'm in town, and give you all the updates for that Stampin' Up! Has, and show you my monthly card kit that can be ordered. All right, I hope everybody has a great week.